Fighting fires, connecting with the community, spreading safety steps, all that's just an iota, a teeny tiny part of the duties of our local firemen and firewomen. Now, while this is the month to shine light on fire prevention, it is a conversation that needs to continue all year long. So, I'd like to introduce to you this afternoon Captain Chris Colpo, who's a firefighter with the Lewis Fire Department. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for talking to us.
How long have you known Lewis?
14 years.
14 years.
Yeah.
So, explain real quick the gear that we have in front of us.
So we have our helmet, our bunkered pants, jacket, and SCBA along with a mask and gloves.
SCBA is the air tank.
Yep.
Your helmet's not in real good shape there, Chris.
It's got a lot of stores.
So explain the biggest one. Why is it that charred?
That helmet has been through, I had a Mayday.
And that's an emergency call for a firefighter who's in trouble.
I fell through the floor while working in Camden, and got pretty hot. My helmet, when they were pulling me out of the basement after I fell through the floor, got, left down in there and made it through. And they found it later on after they put the fire out.
That is one of the worst situations a firefighter can be in a partial collapse of a structure that is on fire, and you were under that helmet.
Yep. Yep.
Goodness gracious. Again, thank you so much for what you do. So, let's talk about Lewis for just a little bit. One of the busiest departments in the state.
Yeah, and then in the county, us in Seaford.
Okay.
Yep. We do approximately like 6,000 calls between EMS and fire. Yeah.
And you're stretched kind of thin right now for the people to accomplish that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thank God we do have career staff on 6 a day, 4 at night.
Okay, so when you say career staff, they're the ones that are actually paid.
That's correct.
To be in the fire department, and everybody else
is volunteer.
Do you know any numbers off the top of your head about how many?
Active volunteers we have, 75. We have a big roster because you have life members, and like we're trying to stress to everybody, just because you're a member of the fire department doesn't mean you have to, put the gear on, get on the trucks. We need so many kinds of different people, whether it's tech people, if you're into finances, we have a treasurer, administrative, ladies auxiliary. We're starting a new program called the H2O program. If people are interested in that. There's just different aspects of, just because you're joining the fire department doesn't mean you have to be a full-fledged firefighter. You
don't have to go in with a hose.
Exactly.
You don't have to do this.
Yep.
So I understand like 3/4 of the fire service in Delaware is volunteer. Tell me about the H2O. What is this?
So the fire department, I'm striving for it to be a 360-degree service, right? Leading up to this, it's like we were 180 degrees. You have fire prevention.
Okay.
We'd come to your house if you needed us, put the fire out or whatever the emergency is, and we leave. It's like
that's it. That's all you had to do.
So the H2O program, it's great. It's a way our community, our small community in Lewis is coming together. We responded to the Gordon's house on Savannah Road for a house fire, total loss. And then we, since then, have, formed a relationship, a friendship, and had them up to the firehouse, and they were like, well, we want to get involved. How can we get involved? And I was like, well, just, trying to think of ways where our community can get involved, not be a fireman. So we sat down together, and so what we're going to do is, once Lewis responds to your house, whether it's, in Lewis, Milton, Rehoboth, Georgetown, we're going to form a group of people that go out, and after we put the fire out, are going to come to you and give you 3 days worth of supplies, whether it's gift cards, food, clothes, blankets, coffee, and they're going to be all sourced from local businesses that are donated. And we're going to get the local high school honor society, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts to help out, and it's just kind of a way to bring the community in together and
a follow-up after the fire.
Exactly. It's
Okay,
360 degrees.
360 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay, so firehouses all over the state have open houses.
That's correct.
Why is it important to go to one?
Because, most of the time when young kids or families are having interactions with, the fire department, it's on their worst day. It's because they need us for help. An open house is a way for us to bring you in and show you guys what we do on a daily basis, outside of your worst day.
Right.
So it shows you how we train and just show you, you know, the aspects of it. Maybe it might interest you or give you a different outlook on the fire department, on a positive direction.
Right.
And we're just really focused on building relationship.
And you've got an open house coming up at Lewis.
Yes, this Thursday, 4:30 to 8 o'clock. We're going to have live fire demonstrations, vehicle rescue demonstrations. We actually, you know, took an excavator the other day and put a bunch of cars on top of each other. So yeah, it's going to be cool. The kids can touch, feel, see, hear, you know, all the different tools being ran. A smokehouse, face painting, all this kind of stuff.
Smokehouse, just in case that you want. That's not for barbecue. That's where you put people and kids.
Yeah, so people can see what we have to see. Like, and the moral of the story is you don't see. You got to use your ears, your touch.
It's a small house on a trailer, I think, that they fill with smoke, and you've got to find your way through the bedroom.
Yep, just like a corn maze, but firefighter edition.
That's what a firefighter does.
Yeah.
There you go. Captain Chris Colpo, thank you so much. Lewis Fire Company, thank you for your service and everything that you do.